Alright, hello? Alright, hello? Okay, good. Seems, alright. So, I went ahead and got the Shadow Leaf, so I did that off screen.
You're back.
So little
Because
faith,
I
shaman.
wanted to do it off
Here are
screen,
your
because I know you
seeds.
guys wouldn't like
It
it.
is rare that I encounter one whose motives are so difficult to read, but you have my thanks.
I know you guys wouldn't like it, because it's pretty boring, and takes, like, way too much time. Like... Well then, that was really weird. Anyways, I'm gonna fast travel. I'm gonna go ahead and fast travel to the Nuke. Yeah, I have no clue how the hell to say that. So yeah. Anywho, here we are. We're here. I got the Shadow Leaf. You know the prowlers, the little guys that crawl around and stuff, in the over in the left side of this world, because there's like 4, arguably 5 worlds in this. But you know, in that area, that's where we are. Well, that's where you go to get the Shadow Leaf. You need to kill like the stalkers and prowlers. Anyways, now that we got the Chronicle, so I mean, I'm gonna have to travel over here anyway. So I mean, I can still show you guys what I'm talking about. So, so funny story. You know that the Volgrim area in this place, the Volgrim spot? Originally, when I first started playing, I had no idea that there was a Volgrim over there, but those guys, you gotta kill those to get the Shadow Leaf seeds. But, I'm gonna head over to the Volgrim spot to show you guys what I'm talking about, so... La 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 la, swim, swim, swim. I wish I could actually swim this fast, but I sink. Like, I can swim, I just can't float. And they say shit floats. But yeah, I had no idea the first time I played this guy was here. Like, I either found him really, really late in my playthrough, like my first playthrough when I backtracked, or I just never knew he was here the first time and never found him. Until later, until I came back on New Game Plus, which that is entirely possible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's totally possible that that's what happened. Anyways, we are incapable of solving this puzzle at the moment, but I'm gonna take this lead. Guilt found, huh? Well, I mean, I don't really need guilt at the moment, so that'll increase my health, and it increases my defense, which means that I won't be losing as much health when I take damage, obviously. But I'm sure anyone who's played any kind of RPG knows this. But something that the guy who made I think it was the director of the original Darksiders, well, the original Darksiders 2. He said that, like, one of the most important things to do in Darksiders 2 was to grind, which I haven't done much of.
Here is your history, Orin.
Yeah.
Chronicle.
I don't know why, but for some reason I never
As
knew
though
that
the
that was
very
there.
souls of the Makers remain close to us through this tablet. You understand, I'm sure. Death. You are not so cold as you would have us all believe.
Well, keep that to yourself, old one.
I really like that, how he was like, well, keep that to yourself, old one, because I can't have anyone knowing that I'm not, that I'm not an evil, heartless bastard. That I don't know why I find that funny, but I do. Anywho, I had no idea that this was here. I never knew it. At least not at first. Anywho, that's right, I gotta go back there, because I'm gonna go trade in the things, some of the things I've got, the bite stones. See what I get. Because I know there is an element of randomness to it. I'm not entirely sure exactly how random, but I know there is some, you know, random number generators. There is some RNGesus involvement, so. Go, my ghouls! Destroy them!
These are for you.
Where did you find these?
Anyways,
Dinner is served.
Delicious.
now I'm holding on to those for a reason. How good that reason is, I think that's up for interpretation, but anywho, now we're heading back over to this place, cause yeah. Now, I know some of you guys probably want to rip your eyes out because I have done like nothing with my possessed weapons, and the reason is because I'm actually waiting for possessed scythes. That's part of the reason why I haven't done anything. I'm waiting for a specific type of possessed weapon. As you can see, I've got those, and I got that. So possessed glaive and possessed gauntlets, but like again, I'm waiting for something specific. Like both of these are slightly better, but they don't give the same you know, harbinger orientated, you know, bonuses that I want. Anyways, we're gonna get those, and I'm not gonna get anything else at the moment. Not so much because I can't, but more so because I don't see a need for it. That's at least not yet, so. Anywho, we're gonna head on into the foundry. Yeah, we're starting the foundry now. Who would have guessed, am I right? Of course I'm right. I like how he says it's his realm, like he owns it. But then again, this is the Maker's realm, I suppose. But it's not. Darksiders lore is complicated. It really is. It's like with the butterfly effect and bootleg paradoxes. Just these weird contradictory statements that, like, you know, like, it's just. Like, the guy doesn't sound like an arrogant prick, but just the fact he says it's his realm makes him sound like an arrogant prick, if you know what I mean. Like,
You have my
would hope so.
So the time has come.
What became of the...
In my Oran was hewn from rock, first laid by the Stone Father. He knows forgotten songs that can help heal our realm. Thank you for restoring him, Horseman.
Tell me about the foundry.
Doesn't the door of the foundry is applicable.
Alright, dude. So, there we go. It's a bridge.
It is not safe here. For flesh or for stone. Very...
I skipped that because it's just... it's a cutscene that I really wish just straight up wasn't there, like... Anyway, so you can see we're help like... I just... First time I played that, I was so nervous. Like, I would slowly advance and I'd constantly backflip, expecting it to, like, fall out under my feet. When I went over there, I was like... Like, I would keep going back. Always scared he was just gonna crumble beneath my boot. And I was just gonna fall to my death. But no, that never happened. It was just me being paranoid. Okay, so once we get the death grip, we're gonna have a lot of, we're gonna have some busy work we're gonna have to do, but I mean, it's not gonna be that bad. But it's still gonna be pretty bad. Lol. But yeah, it's like, we're gonna have to do some busy work. Once we get the death grip, which we do get, thankfully, pretty early on in the dungeon. Anyways, though, so I'm gonna be doing a lot today. Today's gonna be doing like this is cleanup, and the main reason is because well, one, my PSN subscription is gonna wear out. Well, I say PSN, it's called PS Plus these days. That's an upgrade. That is an objective upgrade. Which, like, I love when I find things that are just flat out an upgrade. Like there are no drawbacks, and it's part of the reason why I'm so hesitant to equip new things, even if they have higher defense, because, like, I have a specific playing style that I like, and so now, of course, if all I have is defense on something, and I get something that has higher defense, and, you know, it has any extra stat on it, or it has any extra stat, then of course I'm gonna take it, because it's an upgrade. But, like, that's because at that point I don't have anything that's contributing to my playstyle, and so I don't want anything. But, like, the shoulder of the horseman pauldron that I'm wearing now is a big thing, because, you know, it increases all of the attributes that are important. I just wish I could have started off with the overpowered scythes, the Chaos Fang. The fact that I can't kind of bothers me, but I think that might be because I haven't played the Darksiders 1 remaster, but I'm honestly not sure. Anyways, take the leap of faith. Take a leap of faith, unless you're scared to try. In that case, prepare to die. And if you get the reference, I don't know, have a cookie. Or a biscuit if you're a weirdo who lives in England and calls cookies biscuits like a sociopath. I'm kidding. No need to get all butthurt over it. I can already hear you going all Chill. Calm yourself, child. Relax. It's okay. You're fine. The boogeyman's not gonna get you. It's okay. Calm yourself, child. What's that? Guilt found. So, I traded off a little bit of defense for like Ah! It's like this isn't an almost objective upgrade over that, but this is like a really objective upgrade. Sure, that adds health, but I mean, I don't need more health. Like, I'm not in need of health. Like, I got plenty of health. I'm not a paperweight. Like, death is not made out of paper mache. Death has been stabbed in the gut multiple times in the lore, and he survived perfectly fine. And, like, shrugged it off. Like, Death doesn't bleed. He doesn't bleed. And I'm not even joking. He never bleeds. This guy has been like has been stabbed with a sword that nearly cut him in half, like took it out, and he never bled. And I'm pretty sure that's why they call him Death, actually, because he never bleeds. I think that's actually why he's called Death. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not an expert on Darksiders lore. Like Dark Souls, Halo, and Star Wars are more my area of expertise, but I mean, I'm not exactly clueless when it comes to the lore of the Darksiders games.
We'll have to wake that beast. And then what?
Blah 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 blah
Guardian
blah
will do
blah
what it
blah
was
blah.
meant to. Destroy the corruption blocking the tree.
But it looks finished. Why does it just stand there?
The body is finished, aye. But as it stands, it is no more than dead stone. To give life to the stone, we must give it the essence of a maker's heart. 3 of them for a beast this large.
And how do we do that?
These heart stones were finished, along with the Guardian, but never married to the stone. They're all in the temple. We need only look to find them.
Then let's go.
Convenient. Ironic that I shot the gun immediately after I said that. Like, without meaning to. I forgot how hard that guy hit. I forgot how hard he hit. I completely forgot how hard he hit. I forgot. He hits like a truck.
That was a nice warm-up.
This guy does. He hits like a freaking Mack truck. I completely forgot that. That's how hard he is. I completely forgot that that's how hard he is. Apparently I don't know how to speak either. What I like about this is that, like, they didn't change the,
That's it!
like, they didn't change the, music very much. They mostly kept that the same. Sure, they made a couple small changes, but nothing major. Which I'm fond of. Alright, alley-oop.
They've thrown stones bigger than you.
Well, it's not mass, it's density that decides weight. Like, or hold on, it's like, it's not size so much as it is density. Like, if the stones were bigger, it doesn't mean they're heavier. they could have been lighter. Neutron stars are like 12 to 15 kilometers in diameter. Yet the thing is, most of those weigh 2 to 5 suns. Like, they have the math. Like, put it this way. Imagine a ball that's 12 to 15 kilometers in, like, either radius or diameter. I forget. I think it's diameter, though. So imagine that. Now imagine fitting 2 suns, 2 of Earth's suns, inside of that ball. And that's a neutron star. And those things are some of the heaviest objects in the universe, and their gravity is amongst the strongest in the universe, beaten only by black holes. And the only reason is because black holes are black holes. And basically, inside of a black hole, physics and, like, time is 100% broken. But in the area around the black hole, physics and time are only, like, 50% broken. What the bloody hell? Ah. Good. Very good, my son. Good. Very good, my son. So, he's gonna come over here, hold the thing up.
I'll get the door. Alright, I'm ready. I knew I made this look easy. You mind hurrying it up a bit?
So anyways, what you want to do is you want to roll it up to about here, and then, well, bam. Now, you see that? You want to run to that immediately, because things are gonna start spawning. Actually, I think they might spawn because you get in it. I don't remember. Either way. Up and at 'em. Anything useful? Not really. Anyways, though, those of you who probably noticed, like, I do about a dungeon a day. I was so scared. I was so scared. Like, I was... Oh, man. I was so scared that I'd accidentally cut off the stream. Like, I was about to have a panic attack. I'm not even joking. I was dead ass about to have a panic attack. I was so worried for a second there. I was like, oh shit! Alright. Out of my way, fatty. You're not fatty. It's like... That guy is like all muscle and bone. In terms of his weight, at least. Like, his weight comes entirely from, like, muscle and bone. Like, the makers are like human versions of, like, blue whales. They're like human elephants, basically. I must destroy this. Why is it that there's like that some weird ass invisible wall there that stops me? Whatever.
Run along, Ryder. I'll rest a bit.
Not that you need to rest, it's just that you can't follow me. And again, I guess the bigger he is, I suppose that means the more likely he is to overheat, now that I think about it, but... whatever. It matters not. So, there's a big boy. It's gonna be fun. Like, fun in air quotes. Lord. Mercy. Mercy. Alright. So, here we go. I'm gonna wait for this to start up again so I can make sure I don't end up with a face full of magma. Or I suppose it would technically be lava at this point, since it's out of the ground. Like, why do we call it magma when it's underground but lava above ground? Why don't we just use the same term? There's not a difference. It's like we don't call iron under the ground, like you don't call the iron in the core of the earth something else. You call it iron. Like, you don't, like, water underground and water above ground is still water. Like, so why isn't it the same with lava? I don't get it. It's weird. And it kind of bothers me. Like, yes, I know. That's a really small, insignificant thing. I know, but it's just... It may be small, but it's just like... Alrighty. Open says me.
Impossible.
Alright. I feel like... I always feel like there are stone bites around, but, like... It seems like at this point, they're just... It doesn't... Wait... Alright. Yeah, Okay. Okay. Sure. Alright, so we're gonna have to come back to that later. Ah, so this is gonna be the first one of the day. Alright. Ahem. Skullfuck! There we go. Fuck the skull with the key, with your big ghost-like hands. Cause, sure, like, have this weird, like, Darkseid incarnate hand open doors and fuck, like, locks and fuck, like, lock skulls for you, because you're too lazy to do it yourself. Sure. Sure, why not? Oh, man. Oh, I'm such an asshole. Alright, that's right. You gotta throw me. But I don't want to be thrown like a rock. Grow up. Alright, where am I? Alright, here we go. Well, bam! And fucking these weird ass living rock things with piss crystals. That's what they look like, isn't it? It looks like weird ass living rock things with piss crystals and tar blood. That's what they look like. Is that just me, or does they actually look like that to anyone else? Because that's what they look like to me. Oh, hey, it's a map. Nice. Only thing is, I can barely read maps IRL. I can read them, I just really struggle with it for some reason. Well, not for some reason, I know exactly why I struggle with them. It's because I'm trash. Lols. I'm gonna stick with the critical damage. I don't really know entirely why, but I want to. Yeah. Because everything I said totally just made sense. I'm so smart. No, you're not. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. There we go. Alright. So, ready to get it? I know I am. Music. Listen to that ghastly scream. Actually sounds kind of cool. Kinda. Sorta. Maybe. Not really. I'm kind of considering, like, reallocating my stat points away from the crows, because, like, not gonna lie, I don't really need them at this point. Like, I'm not in that much trouble. Anyhow, so. Alright, so. again. Ragdoll. Fun. Wait, what the? Ah. I see. I see. Good. Good. Very good, my son. Why is that like not showing up on my map? Maker scythes. Scythes forged from the very steel used to create the Guardian. These blades are engraved with ancient maker runes, signifying their quality and sharpness to cut through stone. Oh, hey. So what do they do? They seem so much better than these. But you know what? I'll take it, damn it. I'll take it. Like, it's such a big difference. Like, it's such a big difference. Plus, like, these things are always so outdated anyway, like, but like, I want to use them for some reason. Ah. 5 hours into the game. Nice. Death. There we go. Death was like being a useless scrub lord for a second there. Why do I remember a stone bite being in here? Like, why do I remember that? I have no clue why, but I remember one being in here. But why?
I can't use that yet.
Like, I lose so much critical damage, but like, sure, I gain health, but I don't need health right now. Like, maybe against the Guardian that might be useful, but even then, it is a little questionable.
Follow me!
No.
Follow me!
No. I've got stuff to get. I got stuff to get, my guy. I have stuff to get, so alright, let me hopefully. There we go. I made it. How many times are they gonna? I have no idea. Why the hell? Like, you can never seem to make that jump. Or at least I can't. Anywho. Now we got some stuff to do. So, time for that busy work I mentioned. Ready? Of course you are. Hold on. I'm gonna fast travel back to here. The reason why I'm fast traveling so close is because I'm testing something right now. Christ. The fact that that bastard keeps saying my name every time I record. I should probably... To do? I should probably... Alright. Alrighty. So... Like... I don't know why he insists on saying my name all the time. Like, he does it when I'm recording. Like, I wish he'd just knock. Anyway, so it does work, so that means that now I can do this with no holds bar. So we're gonna be doing quite a bit. First thing we're gonna go do is deal with the flying demon lady thing. Yeah, because that made sense. Yeah, totally. Alright, let's get on with it now. Let's go. Let's go. The lag. Lag is real. Alright, time to head down and deal with the demon. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing I don't like about switching powers, is that I have to go through that menu. Like, I'm pretty sure I had to go through a menu in the first thing, but like, the menuing in the first game, I don't know why, but for some reason it felt more natural to me. I know it's like 580% subjective, but still. Anyways, this is a puzzle that we can't do right now. We're gonna have to come back. But still, like, it's good to know it. It's good to know it's here. English, I can speak it. I know, you're so impressed. Which side? There we... That's what side. Okay. Good. Also, you kind of need these sides to deal with one of the bosses in a future place. Like, you need those sides to deal with it. So I feel like it's gonna come around from there, I think. Like, I don't really know. The AI in this place is... Like, Bethier's AI is kind of broken, if I'm being honest. Ha 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 ha. That's new. That's new, like, new. Also, I think Bethier is either resistant or immune to fire. This dealing with Fendir is such a pain in my ass. Dead ass, seriously. Oh my god, she hits like a freight train. I don't even understand. You know what? I take it back. I don't want to know. How does... What? 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 How? What? Planning to just wail on her, but as you just witnessed, that didn't work out. Just for the throat. So, that happened. And the sad part is that the first time I played through this game, not the first time, but my original Let's Play that has since been removed, that didn't happen. I beat her the first try. Okay, so these days she always comes from this side, to my understanding. What? The actual... So then. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why do I keep doing this to myself, man? Why? Shit. No. You have to get on these But the thing is, a lot of the time I don't remember that. Like, ah, shit! Like, I kinda want to use my Reaper form, but like, actually, you know what? So that increases defense. So at this point, what I need is I need just raw defensive, like, ability. That's what I need right now. Like, starting to kind of, sort of understand how to deal with this. Sort of. Kind of, maybe, possibly. Kind of. Alright. I'm gonna keep trying though, because I'm stubborn. But I'm sure we all know this already. Am I right, Marine? Sir, yes, sir. Okay. Let's try this for the I don't know what time. Wait, I know what time this is. This is the I gave up counting-eth time. That's what time this is. I think we're in the double digits, actually, but I don't know, maybe my math is way off. I used to be good at math, but like I don't do it anymore. Like, these days, math that doesn't have to do with like basic counting and stuff is like you never need to know it. Like, you don't need to know like algebra and geometry and trigonometry and whatever. You don't need to know that stuff under a normal in day-to-day life. It's useless. Like, you're always taught useless stuff in school. Like, if you're an English teacher, tell me how often you use like geometry or algebra on a day-to-day basis. Tell me. Because if the answer is like 0, then I think that basically that sums up my problem with modern public education. It teaches you 99% useless stuff. There's some usefulness, but it's like buried underneath a pile of useless. She always comes from this side, I think, these days. Right? Right? Bingo! For a second there, I was low-key scared that I glitched the game, but nah, I didn't. So then. Oh, wait. So shoot. Shoot it. That. You can reap souls, but you can't reload a gun? Really? Really, buddy? Like, you can reap a soul, but you can't reload a damn gun. Sure. Let's pretend that makes sense. Let's pretend. Keyword there is pretend, by the way. Look at how big this gun is in his hand. It's kind of funny. The gun is so freaking fat in his hand. So big. Oh boy! You guys have no idea how stressful and hellish that was. You guys have no idea. None. Sip. All right. Return to the foundry. What's next on the chopping block? I think it's the... I think it's the, well, I don't think. I know it's, like, this is on the chopping block, but right now I think... I had to think for a second there. And the reason I had to think was because I had to wonder if it was worth it. It is. It is worth it. Anyways, so what we're doing now is I'm currently going about and getting, you know, like, I'm doing all the, like, I'm doing the side quests that I can do right now and whatnot. Probably gonna start selling some shit in a... If you're wondering what that sound was the sound of suffering.
Come closer.
What do you got for me, dude?
Merchandise.
These are not potions. My guy, these are not potions. That's a potion. I don't even know what those are. Like, my dude. My dude.
You
Actually,
make sure they scream, HITMANN.
alrighty, so we're gonna go through here. You're probably going to witness me. You're probably going to get to witness me having an aneurysm or two, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This place is something you can go through pretty early on. But the thing is that, like, in Gorewood's, like, area, you, like, there's this spot where you need the death grip to get some loot, which is why I always wait to this point. But on the bright side, that means you can go through and just steamroll them all, which is always fun. Ah, dick biscuits. I suppose it's alright. I mean, like, I go kinda short and... yeah, not really. I'm gonna go ahead and... critical damage, defense, arcane. Resistance goes up, strength doesn't, but I mean, that's fine. Like, strength is useful, but it's not like it's the... well, it is the bread and butter of my style, but... I'm sure you guys have no idea what I'm saying at this point, like, because I'm, like, all over the place with how I'm talking. But oh well, like... what's the saying, like, yeah, win some, lose some, or something? Something like that, anyways. While I have an aneurysm, you guys get to, like, laugh at my expense. But yeah, like, I have this one, like, obese friend, and, like... like, I have this, like, one obese friend, and the thing is that he makes fun of himself for being obese, like... he's really chill about it. He's like, he told me this himself. He said, dude, if there's a joke to make about me being fat, make the joke even if I'm not around. That's what he said. And so like that's what I've been doing. Like, he told me to. So like, come on. Like, he's so good, chill about it. It's kind of funny. Well, it is funny. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to make jokes about it. But yeah. I have such like I am not trained in the art of, like, commentating. Like, I have not, like, I don't commentate that much anymore. Like, I'm not Pat, I'm not, like, Jan, I'm not popular MMOs or anything like that. Like, my ability to commentate is pretty basic, and I did not mean to fall down there. I meant to stay up here, but I fell down there like a dumbass. Why? No idea. I guess I am a dumbass. But that's something that does kind of bother me, is that, like, when you have something, well, not something, but when you have a weapon that grants strength, grants a strength or arcane bonus, that's going to increase, like, your ice damage or, like, your melee damage, respectively. Now, obviously, arcane, you know, like, that doesn't just apply to ice. It also applies to fire, shock, lightning, inferno, and all whatever other shit there is in that regard. Like, you know, your elemental damage. But the thing is that Really? This is... Alright. Sure. Oh, what's the fun in making sense? Anyways, though, there's some puzzle here that you can do much later on. I can't do it right now, though. Like that's the thing. This game loves the backtracking. It loves backtracking. Like Darksiders 2. Spouse. Backtracking. Like, that's just what I envision. Like, if this game were like a person, that's what I envision being on, like, the legal record or something like that, or whatever it is that would have that information on it. Biography or whatever. Oh, something weird is that for some reason, like I have this one, I have this one friend who's, you know, like, really into anime, and apparently this is something that was completely foreign knowledge to me before, but apparently people turn, like, everything into anime girls, including the PlayStation 5, because she said PS5 chat, and I was like, what? And I was like, and then she sent me a picture of it, and to me it looked like a freaking weird ass, like, cyborg thing. It looked like it looked like a robot that, like, had, like, a human face, but, like, a metal human face to me. Like, that's what it looked like. It looked like a freaking, like, Mega Man robot to me. Because, of course, it knows that I've opened the lock, because that's not creepy at all. I mean, it's not creepy, but... You scumbags know what I mean? Wait. God. Dang it. Akana. Kin... Miyana! Sena! Blah 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 blah. Insert jarble swearing here. What's... Yeah... Alright, sure. Why not? Sure! Sure you are. I feel like I'm missing stuff. Well, bloody hell, I know I'm missing stuff. But I think I have to go into the main thing to get to that. Anyways, I think this is, what, like, the second skull fuck of the day. So, yeah, skull fuck. Ah. You, my boy, are dead. This thing's actually quite beefy. You know, these things have always been beefy. I feel like I'm a necromancer for some reason. Like, I understand harbingers are meant to be more of, like, I don't know, actually. I was about to say, I understand that harbingers are meant to be like glass cannons, but then again, I think any wrath-focused build is meant to be a glass cannon. Or, you know, like, at least compared to someone who just goes, like, balls to the walls with defense and health. It certainly does feel like things that have arcane certainly don't have the same level of...
I cannot.
I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Do you see where I'm going with this now? Because if the answer is yes, then good. You're not stupid then. Alright, so, alright, good, we're still alive. Sorry for doing that. I had to clear out inventory, and I just... I didn't know how to commentate on that and make it interesting, because, like, it's so boring, and something that really I should have done off screen in hindsight, but, whatever. It's like, it's not the worst thing in the world, so, whatevs. Like, alright, so we went like all the way to the bottom there. Like, not all the way to the bottom, but like, we went across to get the chapter thing, to get the Book of Dead page, and now I think we're in Gorewood's Den. Yeah, we're in Gorewood's Den now. And I should probably... put my things up. In hindsight. So this guy's got like an annoying thing. He does these things that like hold you in place and take you out of Reaper form, and I don't like them. I don't. They're... yeah, these things. I do not like them at all. Alright, let me... I summon thee. Really, bro? That was... okay, weird. Once you get, like, a possessed weapon, like, the only weapons you'd really want to hold on are legendary weapons. And even then, that's at least partially out of principle and not so much practicality. Because obviously, you know, that, like, the first legendary weapon you get is going to be pretty damn useless by the end of the game. Unless it's, like, the Chaos Fang, but... the only reason those things are useful is because their critical damage is obscene. When I say obscene, I mean obscene. Like, stupid high. Like Lord Nuxanor IQ high. If you get the meme, I don't know, have a cookie. Alright, so that's all I can do in, with Gorewood. Like, I got Gorewood now, that's all I can do with, That's all I can do with, you know, Thane. That's his name. That's all I can do with Thane's, like, quest now. Like, I can't go further. So, we're gonna head on back over here to turn in the things, like, to tell him we killed him and get the rewards. And then I think we're gonna head on over to the other guy. This is partially, but part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I just want to savor. Like, I just straight up want to savor.
Bathy will trouble you.
Then an age that you survived this trial is a sign of...
God has passed into the...
And we have lost one. Now, what will you kill next?
So as you can see, go ahead and get all those. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back into the foundry. I know, we're heading back inside. Make up your mind. Well, thing is, I kind of have a... How can I say? There's a lot to do. A lot to do. Like, a lot. It's like, I don't want to do all of it off screen, because, like, I know if I do everything off screen, like, no one's really gonna like it. Like, no one's going to really enjoy it that much. And so I'm doing this largely to just, I want to go around and collect everything, and this is the best way to do it. Anyway, so by the end of the game, expect to see a lot of these places, like, many times over, because, like, you have to do so much backtracking, and, like, I like backtracking as soon as possible so I can get the loot as quickly as possible. Anyways, I gotta head on through here to get an item. Like, you all should know what item it is. It's that one place that we were, like, earlier, that I spent a couple minutes on. I think it was last time or the time before last. Oh man, everything's starting to blur together now. I'm getting old. Obviously, I'm joking. Like, I'm not actually that old. Like, I'm not that old. Alright. Let's see. How where exactly do I... In hindsight, I probably should have watched that thing, and I probably should have done this first. Oh well. You win some, you lose some, as they say. Besides, like... I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy making fun of me for getting lost later, so like, hey, like, it's not all bad. You all get to make fun of me for getting lost. Not remembering where the hell to go. Come on. I think it's over here, but I could be wrong. But I hope I'm not. Yes, I was wrong. Alright. Let us try this again. Clarity of thought before rashness of action. Actually, I think it's brashness, but whatever. It's like, that's something I, like, ideally, that is something I would live by. At the same time, it's like, a lot, I kind of do live by it, but the thing is, it's like, everyone has their own code, right? And I generally like to, like, I prefer to stick with my code, even in situations where it doesn't entirely make sense. And so it's just like, and like, you know, that's the reason why a lot of the times I have a tendency of, like, my mouth getting myself into trouble, because, like, I speak my mind even if it's gonna upset someone. I'm going to speak my mind. Like, the reason why I don't have a filter is because I don't want a filter. I'll speak my mind regardless. If I lose my job because of it, then oh well. Not my fault. My boss was a pussy. Like, if he can't take me criticizing him, then too bad. Like, he needs to grow a spine. Or she, I don't really care. She, they, whatever, like, I'm gonna go with he until I get a job and the numbers say otherwise. That... Okay. Sure. I still don't think we're there yet. Like, I don't think we're in that area. In fact, I think I'm actually, like, I think I'm going back the way I came at this point. That's not good. I am losing my mind. I swear to God I am. Like, the marbles have been lost. I repeat, the marbles have been lost. Ain't that the truth? I completely forgot how that looked when you had to upgrade it, because I have not upgraded it in a long time. And so the reason why I haven't gotten that thing is because I'd rather get it, like, after I get the Soul Splitter ability. Alrighty, so I have... I have forgotten something. Which means now I need to wander. I need to wander the world. And figure out where in the hell... Really, like... Come on, man. Really? Like... This is the kind of bullshit I'm gonna have to deal with all the time, because if that's the case, then I think I might just jump off a cliff. Like, not really, but... I'll be tempted to if there was I'd be tempted to if there was actually a cliff nearby. Luckily for us all, that, like, there is no cliff nearby. And another thing is that, like, I will speak my opinions and stuff. Like, I don't care about being politically correct. I don't care if I upset your feelings. I don't give a shit. Grow a spine. That's always been my mentality, is that, like, if you can't take me talking about, you know, debating you over your beliefs or something, like if you can't take it, screw you. Like, stop being a baby. Like, grow up. Is that harsh? Not really, but I'll humor you. I'll humor you. Like, this is like, but that's something that like has bothered me for a while now. It's that like people are such babies. Like, they get upset by like everything. It's just like, and I feel like part of this is because people don't. I feel like this is because like fighting isn't really allowed. Like just normal fighting. Because like, I'm sure a lot of people who are like in their 60s, 50s, even 40s or 30s probably remember a time back when they were in school and like they would like you would be beating someone, you and someone else would be beating each other to a pulp, and then like after you like patched yourself up and you know your injuries were fixed up a bit, then all of a sudden you were best friends. Like, that's how things used to be. But like these days, no, like it's nothing like that. Like, you don't go like you and someone else don't beat each other up and become friends anymore. And I feel like a lot of that is because like this is something, I'm not gonna go on a tangent about it here, but it's just like, it's like with drugs and stuff, or with alcohol, right? Like, you can't stop it. You cannot stop it. You know, it's like, you cannot stop murdering. Like, murdering will always be a problem, unless humans as a whole are able to rise above their nature, which I don't see happening.
Follow me!
It's just like, you can't stop bullying. You can't. You just can't. People are assholes. Humans are stupid assholes. Humans are idiots and humans are assholes. You cannot stop bullying as a whole. Like, you can decrease it, but you can't stop it. You can't stop it. And so it's just like, and also, part of the reason why bullying is a thing is also because of the fact that you can't fight back anymore. Like, if all it did was stop you from, if the person who was bullied who was doing the bullying got punished, then I think that, yeah, like, they get punished by the school and they get beat up. I see bullying going down. I could see bullying going down pretty fast then. But that's not how it happens. That's not how it works. Like, it's like the person who defends themselves, like, can't defend themselves. What the actual... Why? Like, why can't they defend themselves? That's what I want to know. Like, oh man, like, that's the problem. Like, people cannot defend themselves, and as a result, some people don't defend themselves, and as a result, the bully just keeps beating them. they just keep beating them, keep hitting on them, and they can't do anything. It's like, because this is the thing, is that you can stop, like, you would have to eventually get to the point where that bully would need to be arrested or something in order to stop it, because, like, you can limit it, you can decrease it, but you can't completely stop it. You can't. It's impossible. Because, like, even if the bully does get expelled, like, permanently, they can still have friends or something in there who they could persuade to do it. It's like you would need to lock them up to completely get rid of their power so they can't hurt anyone. Otherwise, it's going to persist. It might be less pronounced, you know, a smaller problem, but it will still be a problem. You can't stop it.
Come on, I've thrown stones bigger than you.
Also, a lot of times people who are quote-unquote bullies don't even realize that they're hurting someone. Like, and I define bullying as intentionally hurting someone. So if you're just messing around and someone accidentally gets upset, that's not bullying. It's not. That's just someone's being a baby and needs to grow up. Is that cruel? Possibly. I don't think so, but maybe. It's just like... Now, granted, if they know that they're upsetting you and they keep doing it, and like, it's not funny, like, you don't laugh about it later, right? Like, it's not like they're doing something like just to mildly get on your nerves, but like they're intentionally like attacking you and making you cry. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. And it shouldn't be tolerated. But like, if you're just teasing your friend, someone who you're actively friends with, because this is the thing. The cornerstone of any friendship or any relationship at all, for that matter, is trust. So I mean, if you don't trust your friend enough to tell them that what they're doing is bothering you, then I'd say you're not their friend. It's not that they aren't your friend, you're not their friend. It's the other way around, because you're the one who doesn't trust them. And that's especially bad if they trust you. Like, that makes it even worse, because trust is supposed to be a two-way street. But sometimes the way things work out ends up being with like one person fully trusts the other, but you know, like, even though they trust them, like, the person they trust is sitting on a ditch on the side of the road. Like, it's so sad, honestly, sometimes. Like, it's just the way things work out these days. It's really disappointing. Like, I understand that, you know, like, you can't get everything you want, and all that. Like, I understand that. You know, like, you can't fully stop bullying, just like how you can't fully stop drug or alcohol or cigarette abuse. Like, you can decrease it, but you'll never be able to stop it. At least not immediately. Like, you can't bring down the hammer on those things. It doesn't work. You need to gradually restrict them, limit them, and eventually, after decades, maybe even centuries or thousands of years, then that's when you ban them, because you slowly and gradually legislated them out. And now people are okay with it being gone. Because it wasn't suddenly taken away. It was gradually limited and discouraged. And what that resulted in is it resulted and only like a couple hundred people doing it worldwide because it's so frowned upon by society and so heavily restricted over time.
Let's get this back to the Guardian.
It's like because, and especially if there is like science to show that, you know, like it's bad for you, then that means that people will actually, it will actually go down. That's why I think drinking and, you know, like cigarettes are going down even though they're legal. It's because it's restricted to adults, for one, and people are being so discouraged to do it. Like, they're being discouraged from it. As a result, they're doing it less. However, if it was just sudden, and I think eventually cigarettes and alcohol will be completely outlawed here in America. But the thing is that if they were just, like, when alcohol is just suddenly outlawed, just completely out of nowhere, there was outrage over it. Like, riots, protests, and all that. Like, damn near rebellion over it, basically. Like, people went nuts. But these days, like, sure, it would still be a big problem, right, if you were to do it these days, but it would not be as big of a problem as it was back then, because less people are drinking. Drinking is more frowned upon. It's not as accepted. Like, it's not as accepted by, you know, by society, and that results in it happening less often. And so, you know, like, and that's what you need to do with bullying as well. Like, you can't just drop the hammer on bullying. You have to slowly discourage it, slowly make the punishments harsher, and eventually you'll be able to do it to where, yeah, you can, you know, you can be able to make it to where, yeah, the person who defends themselves can realistically get in trouble then, because of the fact that bullying would be such a rare problem. And when I say rare, I mean, like, they'd be so scared out of peer pressure, as well as being, like, disowned by their parents or something, that, like, they wouldn't want to do it unless they're like a psychopath, in which case, yeah, like, they would still do it. But that's a psychopath, and a psychopath is a very rare genetic disorder that affects the brain. I think, and so, you know, yeah, like, and so then you'll be able to do it. But the thing is that right now, it's just, bullying is too much of a problem to make it so people can't defend themselves. Like, you need to let people defend themselves and let the schools do it. And let the schools punish the bully. Right? So that bullies end up getting scared of A, getting their ass beat. B, they also end up getting scared of leaving the school, and since so many people would frown upon it, they'd also be scared of, you know, of being, like, teased or made fun of because of it. And, like, the thing is that I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm serious when I say that. Like, and so that's how you would realistically stop bullying, because you need to make it so only the offending party is going to suffer consequences at first, so the actual cause of the problem, the offenders, you know, go down, and then you could possibly make it so people can, you know, so, you know, the person defending themselves gets in trouble too, because it would be such a small issue that people don't really need to defend themselves. Because it's just like,
I cannot.
the teachers would be able to stop it then, because it's only one bully. It's like, it's only one bully at the school. Like, it's half a bully per, like, it's less than half a bully per school if you want to look at the numbers. Like, it just, like, it wouldn't be a problem, or at least not as much of a problem as it is now. But the way schools handle it, and the way the law handles it, is that it's a big problem. And it's, like, it's slowly going down, but not as fast as you want it to. And even then, it's, like, the side effects of bullying is getting worse, because suicide rates are going up. And so, you know, like, bullying is getting worse. People are getting more fragile as well. Like, people are taught to think super emotionally. Like, they're more mentally fragile. Like, people are babies these days. Even grown-ass people are, like, they're babies. It's like, now, do I get too emotional sometimes? Yes. But at the same time, that's when I'm under extreme stress. That's when I am very stressed out. That's when, like, the adrenaline's pumping, right? You know, that's not a normal thing. Like, that's not me on a day-to-day basis. That's me on, like, on a really, really good or a really, really bad day. That's not me on the average day. Like, now, sometimes I will exaggerate my passion for something for the sake of making it more entertaining, or at the very least, you know, using my knowledge of psychology, and the fact that people tend to respond to a more passionate, you know, speech better than they do one that's dispassionate and robotic. But at the same time, like, it's not, like, that's not me on a day-to-day basis. Like, I'm not a hyper-emotional person on a day-to-day basis. And the fact that people, like, but so many other people are hyper-emotional, and it's just like, teach people to be more cold, to be more indifferent. Like, yes, treat thy neighbor well, you know, be kind to thy neighbor, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, don't get super attached to thy neighbor, you know, like, respect is something, like, part is, like, you don't get respect by default. You have to earn respect by being courteous, or by doing things, or by being respectful yourself. Like, you know, it's like, don't, like, if you just met someone, don't expect a ton of respect. Like, yeah, expect them to treat you like you're a human. But, like, don't expect them to be, like, the sweetest person ever to you, because that it's not gonna happen. It won't happen. It's unrealistic. Like, that's a logical fallacy. It doesn't happen. It never will happen, either. People just aren't emotional enough. And so, you know, it's like, most of the time people want to be left to the small communities, to you know, like, just to their families and close friends. They don't want a bunch of these third, fourth, fifth, 1,000th wheels getting involved. They just want people, like, function best in small communities, not giant megatropolises. You know, like, take me for example. I'm not the biggest fan of being in a stone. I'm not the biggest fan of being in a stone place, like, not stone place, but like a big city. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't. It's too noisy for me, and it's too crowded. Alright, seems like there is nothing particularly interesting here, so let's move out. Heyo!
Over there.
Awesome. I can't use that yet.
Go on, attack me, buddies. Do it. Ha 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 ha. I'm a moron, apparently. That'll work. This is just like, it's ridiculous that people, like, people think that stuff these days. Like, why?
Step up, Ryder. I'll toss you.
What's this, like our third or fourth skull fuck today? I'm not sure. But, yeah, it's just...
I'll take care of this.
I cannot.
So,
Run along, Ryder. I'll rest it.
like I said, though, people are babies these days. They throw fits and everything. Like, facts don't care about your feelings. You know, it's just like you don't get respect by default. Like, typically, if you treat someone like a human, they'll start respecting you generally. You know, like, don't be necessarily respectful or nice to them, but don't go out of your way to disrespect them. You know, like, don't go out of your way to respect them, but don't go out of your way to disrespect them either. And you'll start earning their respect eventually. You know, as long as you treat them like they're a human. Especially if, you know, your skills and stuff are, you know, useful, important, or whatever else. And that's just an example. And so, because of that, people are super just whiny and bitchy, honestly. Like, it's like people need trigger warnings these days, and I'm just like, bruh. It's like, if something bothers you and you need a trigger warning, read children books. No, there's no way a book meant for, like, children, like, properly meant for children, like fucking something like Winnie the Pooh or Cat in the Hat, like, there is no way in the hell, no way in all 9 hells that is going to have anything in it that's going to trigger you. Like, there is no way in all 9 hells. It just won't happen. Stick with that. Nothing's gonna upset you then. You won't need... People don't... It's like... America is your safe space. Your country should be your safe space. Like, your home is your safe space. And if your home isn't safe, make it safe. At least that's my mentality. Like, if someone's abusing you, fight them. Do something about it. Like, quit being a child. Behold, one of the most useless pieces of equipment ever made. Anyway, so for like the first time ever, that's actually coming in handy. Like, for the first time, like legit. Like, a lot of those things are really useless, generally speaking, at least. So I'm glad to see one that's not totally useless and worthless. Like, I'm happy. But, you know, so if your home isn't safe, make it safe. If someone's abusing you, fight back. Gather evidence. Turn them in. Defend yourself. You would use a weapon. You know, like, that's the thing that I wish people would just. I wish people would be more, you know, like... It's just people wouldn't be such babies. Like... It's like, grow a pair! It's like... In a fist fight, yeah. Most men are going to beat... like... most women. Like, in a fist fight, most males beat females. Like, but with a knife, that female has a much better chance. Now doesn't she? Now with a gun, she has an even better chance as long as she gets the drop. You know, so it's like, it doesn't matter if you're a woman. You can still fight back. You can still defend yourself. You're not helpless. The people who are helpless are people who are scared to take action. Don't be afraid to fight. Don't be afraid of getting blood on your hands because someone's abusing you, and you want it to stop. Like, I understand not wanting to kill someone, right? Like, I get it. But I mean, if that's the only way you have out, like, if that's the only way to get out soon, take it. Like, if that's all you can do, do it. Like, it's better than sitting there and doing nothing. And a lot of times, the laws allow that. Now, if someone's emotionally or mentally abusing you, then, yeah, that seems like something at that point, if that's even a problem for you, at that point. And so a lot of the times, like, laws allow that. Like, if someone is beating you, like, if someone is abusing you, right? As long as you have evidence for it, testimonies or whatever, then you can, very much so, put a stop to it. Like, you're not helpless as long as you don't let yourself be helpless. Not taking action is what makes people helpless. Now, I get it. Sometimes your hands really are tied by the law, and you just can't get out. I understand that. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. But 9 times out of 10, that's not how the cookie crumbles. And you are totally able to defend yourself, as long as you're actually willing to sit there and do it. The problem is that most people aren't willing to actually do it. Like, they're afraid to get their hands dirty. Or they're afraid to take the risk. Like, yes, I get it. If you defend yourself, there is a risk that they might actually use more force on you before you can actually defend yourself, and they'll hurt you more. I get it. But, want to know something? Nothing worth...
I gotta quit that.
Going outside and going for a walk has risk. You can die. You can get cancer. Skin cancer, to be exact. Watching TV has risk. Driving in your car has risk. Everything you do, besides laying in your bed and breathing, has a chance of getting you killed. Just at the drop of a hat. Now, granted, laying in your bed and breathing can also get you killed. Can also kill you, but that's over time. That's not at the drop of a hat. That's over time. Like... Drinking too much water can kill you. Like...
I'll take care of this.
Too much oxygen. If the air is made of too much oxygen, that can get you killed. Believe it or not. That can kill you. Like... Humans are very sensitive creatures, and we malfunction really easily. And so, like, that's the thing. It's just like, and like, I'd say that in freaking school. Like, if they expel me, fuck them. Like, fuck them. They should be telling people to do that. Like, that should be what that should be what you're being taught to do. But no. Instead, rational things. Stuff that people, normal shit that rational people do is being discouraged. Actively. It's like, again, discourage drugs, discourage drinking, discourage smoking. Even discourage sweet, despite the fact that some of us will never listen. Cough, cough, me. Cough, cough. You know, but like... discouraging... discouraging things like...
From the heart to the stone, the lifeblood flows.
This is like, I get it, you know, discourage that stuff, but like discouraging people from defending themselves, like taking matters into their own hands to defend themselves. Why are we stopping this? Like, I get it. If you let people take matters into their own hands, they could go too far. But guess what? Sometimes the police go too far. Sometimes they don't go far enough. It's just like, I get it. You should have limits. I get it. You should have limits. Like, I get it. Limits should be in place. I get it. Like, you shouldn't be able to kill someone for patting you on the back. Like, you shouldn't be able to stab someone for that. But at the same time, I should be able to stab someone for punching me, because you can kill someone with your bare hands. Just because they don't have a weapon, guess what? They can strangle me. They can strangle me. They can punch my nose, break it, you know, like shatter the cartilage, and kill me like that, you know. People are a weapon. Humans are weapons, okay? You have teeth. We have teeth. We have arms. We got fists and all that. Like, we are weapons. Our bodies are a weapon. Like, if someone has no arms, no legs, and no teeth, then yeah. You know, like, there's no reason for you to be attacking them, because they can't do anything. All they can do is headbutt you, and if you're close enough for them to headbutt you, I'd say that's your own damn fault. Yeah, it's just like, if you're close enough for someone to headbutt you, that's your own damn fault. Like, you just shouldn't have gotten close enough for that. That's all there is to it, mate. Like, don't get within headbutt range. It's like, well, it's true that I fully understand, you know, limiting what people can do, right? Like, I fully understand that. Like, but at the same time, it's just like yeah, you can't stab someone for spanking you, alright? Like your friend sneaks up on you and smacks you on the butt to startle you, right? Like, you can't stab someone for that. But, like, if someone walks up to you and starts punching, and, like, you're not in a boxing match, or, like, a sport that allows that, then that's a problem. It's a problem. Like, it's just a problem. Like, there is no and, if, or but. It's a problem. And so, because of that, like, it's like, I understand that, yeah, you know, doing that stuff it's a problem. Like, I get it. But at the same time, like, you know, I feel like the general rule should be that if someone comes up and starts attacking you, right? You should be able to stab them and kill them too. Like, even if they're attacking with their bare fist, you should be able to do that. Like, I feel like generally when it comes to someone attacking you, the exception shouldn't be that you can kill them. The rule should be that you can kill them. Like, no matter what someone's no matter how someone's attacking you, you should be able to defend yourself and kill them without suffering any kind of consequences, except maybe being scolded by your parents or religious consequences. But I mean, you should suffer no legal consequences. You know, for defending yourself. Now, other cases where, yeah, like, there is such a thing as excessive force, right? Like, I get it. You know, like, if I blew up someone with a grenade because they punched me, yeah, that's excessive force. But stabbing them, like, yeah, if they're boxing or they just smacked you on the butt, then that's different, right? Or if they just whack you over the head with a newspaper or something to get, like, your attention or whatever, then yeah, like, that's fine. Or if you just get slapped, then that's also fine. But, like, if you've been punched, like, straight up punched, like, head on, like, if you've been punched, you should be able to use lethal force. And you should be able to body them. When I say body, I mean, cancel their free trial of existing without legal consequences. There shouldn't be a problem. Anyways, though, more on that some other time. I am Hitman 0061, nobody's favorite, totally legit assassin. And I am signing off saying, see you guys later. I'm out of this bitch.